Welcome to a very special edition of CruiseAway dedicated to incredible daydream trips. Well, it's time to wake up and smell the coffee and get yourself geared up for exciting journeys of discovery.
Yes, welcome along. It's time for us to show you what the team at CruiseAway have conjured up to tempt your travel appetite. So let's start with some tempters, shall we? What about a 28-night cruise where you can just enjoy being cared for, looked after, entertained, and it covers the whole of Christmas and New Year? Sound good?
Yes.
It's coming up along with the chance to explore the British Isles next June on Cunard's Queen Anne and enjoy a stay in glorious London.
Honestly, we are making those holiday dreams come true today. Let's start with a pathway to paradise from Alaska's doorstep to the romance of the Hawaiian Islands, all with the best views on board with Royal Caribbean. Your 18-night start at the end of next September, flying from Sydney to Vancouver in Canada for a stay for 2 nights, and this is a good time of year to book a whale watching experience from Granville Island while you are there, amongst many other things, Joe.
Oh, yeah, you can see some amazing, potentially some amazing whale watching out on the harbour there towards Vancouver Island as well. Vancouver Island you could head on over to. It's also known as Victoria. That's just a ferry ride away. Now, you might want to head up and see the incredible brown bears in their sanctuary up there in Grouse Mountain. Granville Island itself, like you mentioned, Derek, has lots of great cute little eateries. It's all about diversity, Vancouver. There's so much to see and do.
I want to try skiing. That looks good.
Oh yeah, you can do it. It can all happen. Now we're going to be cruising for 12 nights on board the Anthem of the Seas as we cruise from Vancouver to Waikiki on this repositioning cruise, which is wonderful. And I have to say, these are the ships if you love a little bit of adventure and excitement, because Quantum Class really does provide more than ever before when it comes to thrills, from the Flow Rider, which is your surfing simulator at sea, to the rock climbing wall, which is a signature of Royal Caribbean. Then there's the Dodgem cars down in the entertainment district. You've got the, of course, the 360-degree views of the ship in the North Star. What else have I missed? There's the whole arcade complex. I mean, my goodness, it just never stops.
Yeah,
there's
the
Seaplex.
Yeah, it's brilliant. So you
roller
can have
skating,
a roller disco there, take yourself back years and years and years, and yet play with the latest games on that upper level as well, and grab a hot dog while you're there. It's just fantastic. These ships they are still now so way ahead of their time.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about it. This ship was first launched in 2015. I was there on board when it first launched, and she's just amazing. She was so ahead of her time now that all of the stuff that you go on board and see, you think literally this could have been built 6 weeks ago, never mind 10 years ago.
Right.
There's so many thrills and spills. And whether it is just you two as a couple, of course, Royal Caribbean, known traditionally as a family affair, but it's a lot of multi-generational families now. So it's the little kiddos right the way up to Gran and Grandad, all enjoying the most amazing times, because you can get involved and splash together in the H2O zone. You can enjoy the shows, but there are places where you can go and completely escape everything and have peace and quiet if you want it. The solarium at the front of the ship is amazing. You've got dining options coming at you left, right and centre. You never have to do one specialty dining restaurant because your food on board is just so varied and different, but you've got lots and lots of specialty options that you can choose to treat yourself to if you want to, and they really are kind of like a cut above anything we see ordinarily. And as Joe mentioned, the entertainment is just spectacular. It's only Royal Caribbean that spend literally billions of dollars on their entertainment offering, from big production shows to really immersive shows as well. This is going to be one heck of a cruise, and I'm glad you've got plenty of sea days as well on this one. So let's kick off then out of Vancouver.
Indeed, into Seattle first, the home of grunge and technology. You can visit the Space Needle, which is great, and you can have a dining up there, and Pike Place Market, that's a must. You can go to the first Starbucks and say, I've been to the first Starbucks. Then we have a few days at sea, and we're into beautiful Kona in Hawaii, which is a real tranquil nature island. You might want to head up to the Mauna Kea Summit or to the brewing company. It's all about the micro brewing and the coffee and the macadamia nuts in Hawaii. Nawili Wili's next, and you can, talking about natural beauty, it's lush and green and volcanic and wonderful. The Waielu Falls and the Waimea Canyon, you can do those in a day on a trip as well. It's fantastic. Next up, we are into to Honolulu, which of course is the capital of Hawaii, Oahu, and you have a day at sea afterwards. But like in Honolulu, we have a wonderful time to explore Waikiki and Pearl Harbor and so much more, and you have 3 days to enjoy afterwards a hotel stay. So you go back to sea and then you'll have 3 nights in Honolulu, which is great. So the wonderful thing about that is you get to stop off and earmark what you're going to do during your 3-day stay, don't you? So it might be that you head to Hanauma Bay or Diamond. You head on up to take some lovely little views of Diamond Head and a wonderful hike up there. We'll do some shopping. Here is an overview of everything you're going to be experiencing. Flying to Vancouver for that mini break, of course, off to Seattle before Kona, and then Nawiliwili, Honolulu for that first little look, day at sea, and then 3 more days in Honolulu before we fly you back to Australia.
How clever is that? It must be something to do with the port scheduling or something. We don't often see that. You usually end with an overnight and then have your hotel stay, but you go into Honolulu, back on the ship, day at sea, back into Honolulu, and then into the hotel for the stay before you fly back. Never have too much of a good thing, can you? It's an amazing part of the world. It is great. Honestly, you are going to love it. This is such a stunning package for next September, flying you over to Vancouver for a 2-night stay there, and then you've got that 12 nights of cruising on exciting Anthem of the Seas. You are going to love it. Seattle and the Hawaiian Islands, ending with Honolulu, little bit of sea, back to Honolulu, and then having a stay there in Waikiki in Honolulu as well before flying home to Oz. And with all of that and the bonus in Honolulu, it's like, wow, I've really seen it. Check this out for a price tag. And honestly, remember, the more time you're on the ship, the more time you are saving, essentially, because you've paid for fabulous entertainment which is provided while you're on the ship right the way through, and you're dining as well, which is superb. It's a great opportunity to enjoy the most incredible value. I mean, this is Royal Caribbean, pretty much the biggest cruise offering out there in the world for the length of your holiday, for the breadth of your holiday, for what's included. We of course include in our package the flight over to Vancouver from Sydney, 2 nights in the hotel there. Then you've got your 12 nights of Anthem of the Seas cruising, should I say, with your gratuities included as you cruise those wonderful islands, and ending twice over in Honolulu with your stay there as well in a hotel for 3 nights before you then fly back. If you want to combine this with an Alaska cruise as well, by the way, I did look up, there is a Hollander America Line end of season inside passage cruise from Vancouver that runs from the 19th to the 26th of September, so we could easily combine that with this offer without a problem whatsoever, and you can turn it into a true fire and ice spectacular then. Just talk to our team, we'll make the magic happen for you. Here's everything that's included. It is so good. Honestly, this is a perfect ship to be doing the Hawaiian Islands in. It's a great itinerary in so much as it's not a port every single day. You've got some nice batches of sea days, and you need them on the Anthem because you want to do the North Star, you want to do your wonderful surf simulator and all of those kind of things that are going on board Anthem of the Seas. You want time for a roller disco and to recover from the sprained ankle that comes with it if you've not done it for a while. Honestly, it's great, and they've got a full medical team on board that will look after you should anything like that happen, but they do give you a helmet, so it's as safe can be.
Exactly.
Maybe you're better off in the Dodgem cars. You're allowed to bump as well, by the way. Do you remember that, like, these days you go to a place and they say no bumping on board in the Seaplex?
It's a travesty.
You absolutely can. So call us right now, free, on 1300 407 687. It's an amazing adventure, but it's not the only adventure we've got in this show, because we're off for a wonderful trip around the British Isles now, and this is for the 5th of June next year. So let's fly you from Sydney over to London and enjoy 3 nights in the buzzing capital of England. Ride the underground, take the London Eye if you like those lovely views. There it is. And you can take the Shard, which is one of the highest vantage point buildings in London as well. You can go up there and enjoy a nice glass of something and enjoy the views over London. And of course, we've got your quintessential English breakfast, your bacon, your eggs, your sausages, your toast, your fried bread, your nice cup of tea next to it. Black pudding, yes.
Sometimes.
Yes, black pudding, maybe a few
Tomatoes.
baked beans.
Yeah.
A good old HP sauce.
Yeah, you've got to do that.
Very nice. You'll love it. There's so much else to enjoy in London as well. So, make sure you do something else other than breakfast. We will then transfer you down from London to Southampton, and then you will board Queen Anne in Southampton. And she's Cunard, of course. And funnily enough, Princess Anne has just been on board Queen Anne as well for a little look around very, very recently.
How fancy.
Which is wonderful. Going in and out of Southampton as well is iconic for Cunard, isn't it?
And this is the newest addition to Cunard's fleet, the only addition to Cunard's fleet in more than 2 decades, I think.
Long time.
So it's incredible, and they're very, specific. If they choose to add a new ship, it has to be perfect. And my goodness, the reviews coming back about Queen Anne have been off the scale.
Yeah.
So expect, if you've been on Cunard before, expect a lot of the hallmarks of Cunard. Of course, the understated luxury mixed with the grandeur, because you still have the big grand, ballroom, for example, and dining room. But the spaces from one place to the next are a little bit more low-key. But Queen Anne, she's gone bigger and bolder. But you've got more, I'd say more modern design elements than like, just the mid-century that you'd normally see.
Yeah, it's like new Cunard, isn't it? There's still tastes and essences of their, 185 plus year history. There's still nods to that on board, but it's also Cunard for the modern age as well. And of course, it brings their massive fleet of ships up to 4.
Exactly.
That's it. The whole world has 4 ships to choose from with Cunard, and I think that's lovely because in terms of exclusivity and charm, it's wonderful. It really is lovely.
Quality, not quantity with Cunard. It's all about that exceptional service, the white-gloved afternoon tea, the staff and crew in the traditional red with the gold buttons, the traditional, I always say, the traditional bellhop costume. We are a day at sea to fabulous Edinburgh to start this adventure in Scotland, offering you the incredible castle, the Palace of Holyrood House, the Royal Mile, of course, you want to head there as well. It is really quite an amazing place to visit. And then we're into Invergordon, where you can head to Loch Ness and learn about the legend of Nessie. In fact, you can take a tour which is guided that talks you through that whole history, which she was first spotted in 1933. There we go. We're into Stornoway next. Now, many people will be wanting to get some Scottish whiskey in these ports, so perhaps you're going to go to a distillery and learn all about the distilling process while you're here, or maybe even find your family's tartan if your family hails from this part of the world.
And toffee.
The Isle of Skye is next up. It's lovely that you get to go all the way up to the wee islands of Scotland, and Dunvegan Castle and Gardens is beautiful. The lochs and castles will be a huge highlight of Scotland, no doubt, this time of year. Then we're into Oban. And this is where you can explore distilleries, towers, castles as well, and the Ganavan Sands, surrounding areas by ferry. That's a great thing to do. The Donnoily Castle is also beautiful. Belfast is next up, and one of my favourite ports ever, actually. People are so friendly in Belfast. It's great shopping, but you have got castles, of course, abounding. We are an island after all. And the Titanic exhibit, talking about the last stopping off point. Liverpool is next up. This is where it embarked, of course, but the city of the Beatles, and you will want to do the Beatles story for sure. That's a must when you're in, if you love the Beatles, that is. And if not, maybe just a spot of shopping or head to the Royal Library building. Then we're into Corkin Island, and this will give you an ample opportunity. And this was the Titanic's last port of call. We're kind of following the route here a bit, aren't we? You can head to Blarney Castle, kiss the Blarney Stone, maybe learn about how Aran wool is spun and those jumpers are made. And we have a day at sea, which sees us back into Southampton, where you'll disembark, and we will send you to the airport to fly back to Australia after this incredible and very coveted, shall I say, adventure of the British Isles. These tend to sell out very fast.
I tell you what, as well, actually, you should see some very, very nice, pleasant weather at this time of the year as well, because quite often people talk about Scotland maybe being slightly not as good weather as it can be, for instance, down in London. The good weather tends to be down in the south, but this time of the year you should get pretty good clement weather right the way around the UK. I have to say that this trip is so full of amazing sights, contrasts and places to visit on board Queen Anne from Cunard, the new era of Cunard. The chance to enjoy London with a 3-night trip there, and of course your flights and transfers are included here as well. And I have to tell you, year on year, I have to tell you, with the price of everything generally going that way, we have again performed our magic here at CruiseAway, and it's all about how many people we're booking on behalf. It gives us a great relationship with Cunard, with the airlines, with the hotel brands, with transfer companies around the world, and it means that we can command better price tags for you without charging you extra booking fees. So we can make all of the arrangements, keep the whole thing safe for you, and you can just book it with a deposit today and just go and enjoy it. It's a lovely break next June, the start of summer in the British Isles, which is lovely. We've included the flights to and from London, of course, a 3-night hotel stay. Then we transfer you from London down to Southampton for your 12-night Cunard voyage on Queen Anne, up to Bonnie, Scotland and the islands, over to Belfast and Cork, and then back down to Southampton. We even transfer you from the end of the cruise back to the airport in London to fly back home to Oz. Chat to our team. It's just a deposit to get your places locked in for this price today, and here's everything that's included for you. It really is, honestly, I have to tell you, for what you're doing, obviously I don't need to talk to you about distance, you know, but in terms of what you're being offered when you're on board, you are going to have the greatest time. And of course, you're hop, skipping and jumping to all of these places around the British Isles, but we're not packing and repacking and unpacking and repacking and none of that whatsoever. You are being taken on a really wonderful selection of ports there. I love the fact that, for instance, Liverpool is included, because you'll find culturally and even historically, very, very different parts of the UK are very different to each other, just in the way they look, their history, their story, and spending time in London is magic as well, isn't it? So call us now, free, toll-free, 1300 407 687. Right, for our final trip then, we are going to be a little bit closer to home, and it's the chance to celebrate both Christmas and New Year being taken care of in style. But this time it's the chance to see parts of Oz and New Zealand that you've been meaning to for years. Now, this is a 28-night cruise from Sydney, and it enjoys the warmest of welcomes on board Holland America Line's Noordam. And this is the 20th of December next year. Now, you know Holland America Line very, very well, Joe, don't you? You worked on board their ships for quite some years, didn't you?
Yes, for a decade on and off, actually. And it's, you know, maybe I'm a bit biased, but I absolutely adored the whole experience, not just from a point of view, obviously I was working, but from the customer, from the cruiser, just all the feedback I've gathered over the years. It's just an extraordinary experience, Holland America Line. And it is much more luxurious than the price point actually dictates. That's the thing about it. You have got exceptional cuisine. It's some of the best cuisine at sea, in my opinion. Honestly, so good. From the fresh salads in the buffet to the fact they'll cook you a salmon or a steak to order in the buffet. It's not like a traditional buffet really in that sense. And that's really just your marketplace. That's just your opportunity to go up and have that food anytime. Lovely breakfast stations up there too. I mean, goodness, the Eggs Benny station where you can have it any style, even like Mexican eggs benny, salmon eggs, but you name it. It's just a fun part of your morning.
Hungry.
I know, it's my favourite part of the day.
Do you know the one word I would use for Holland America Line is charming?
Charming.
Because it really does. It charms you the minute you're on board. You feel that warmth around you of the welcome, the calm and the serenity of the surroundings, and yet you know there's lots of life on board.
Lots of life.
There's lots to get involved in.
Yeah, and it's not about the spaces being grand and over the top and, you know, loads of sculpture, artwork, glass everywhere. It's not about that. It's more pared down, more traditional, more akin to a traditional yacht in terms of aesthetic than it is, I would say, to, you know, the polished beams, the navy, the white, all of that stuff. But the spaces are also incredibly comfortable. Like, you know, you sit in the bar and it will feel like a boutique hotel bar for sure. And the music.
Yeah, the music, honestly, everywhere. And this is over Christmas and New Year, remember?
Yes, and we're into Phillip Island, an old stomping ground from when I was wee. We used to go down and see the penguins every year. And you can, depending on the time that we're there, but you can head out to the wildlife park on Phillip Island or the Sky Trail to enjoy whilst you're in. Then it's Melbourne, and you have your Federation Square. If you're going to head downtown, hop on a tram, do a spot of shopping down there, walk along South Bank perhaps, or maybe it's going to be up to Puffing Billy to take a ride on the traditional steam train. Then we have Christmas Eve in Burnie in fabulous Tassie, and you can embark on an adventure through the attraction bus, a little seeing of everything. And we have Christmas Day next at sea, which is the place to be at sea, by the way, for Christmas Day. Then Boxing Day, we're in Adelaide. So you'll probably find that you can do the Boxing Day sales if you want to do a spot of shopping, or, head on over to Barossa Valley for some wine tasting. That'd be a nice thing to do on Boxing Day, wouldn't it? And cheese plate, maybe. Then how about some nature on Kangaroo Island, where you can head to the remarkable rocks, and the incredible red rocks, and Admiral's Arch. But you've also got so much wildlife. You've got the sea lions, the kangaroos, penguins. I mean, it's amazing. We're into Hobart next. Head to the Mona Museum, a museum of old and new art, which is fascinating. Or maybe take a ferry trip over to, some surrounding islands to just get that flavour of being at sea. Now, New Year's Eve during the day, we're going to be in Port Arthur. So you'll find that things are usually open, aren't they, till about midday if you want to shop. But so much natural beauty. Again, you've got the caves there, of course, to see. We have New Year's Day at sea, and then we're in Eden, and you can explore the Killer Whale Museum. You can head on over to Whale Watch as well, maybe do a whale watching tour while you're out there, or climb Boyd's Tower, which has got a lot of history associated with it for whale spotting. Now we're back into Sydney for the day, where you can, if you're from Sydney, maybe you're just going to head home, who knows, or you might be catching up with relos or friends, or just enjoying the harbour and being the fact you're right there on the harbour with the best view in the world of the Opera House. We're into Melbourne again. Never too many times in this port, if you ask me, is the city of culture in Australia after all, and maybe you're going to head on out to the Great Ocean Road and do a tour of that, an organised tour from the ship for all the hot spots. We're into Hobart once again, so another chance to enjoy. Now, how about a city kayak tour where you can go on the waterfront from a unique perspective and spot wildlife, enjoy the harbour, see the historical buildings from a different viewpoint? I think that would be great. Now it's time to cruise the Fiordland National Park of New Zealand, which is located in the southwest of the South Island. Absolutely stunning, the fjords, rugged mountains, the diverse wildlife, all seen from the best vantage point in the world, a cruise ship.
Huge, isn't it?
Huge. Vast. We're into Christchurch, where one can head to the Opuke thermal pools, which is very cool. It's got a swim up bar there as well, and of course it's all about the geothermal wonders in New Zealand. You might want to head out to the botanical gardens. If not, that's another great thing to do. And then we're into Piton, where you can do a scenic cruise of the harbour, or perhaps explore the Queen Charlotte Track and visit the Edwin Fox Maritime Museum whilst you're there. It's just so beautiful, New Zealand, isn't it? So lush. And we're in there, of course, in summer. It's a great time to see all areas. Wellington's next. Take the cable car if you want to see a great overview of Wellington, or the Te Papa Museum to learn about Maori culture and history. That is fascinating. I've been there, actually. Then it's Napier, wine country. Hawke's Bay, perhaps. There's loads of other wineries, of course, in the vicinity. And take a tour with a well-versed guide. That's my recommendation if you really want to go to the best places, or perhaps just go to Hawke's Bay. And then we went to Tauranga, and now this is the best vantage point for you to head on out to Rotorua and the Waiutepu Thermal Wonderland, and just to see the mud pools, the sulphur flats, the geysers. That would be amazing. We're going to disembark in Auckland, and we'll have 2 nights in a hotel, which is again another time for you to visit Rotorua, because it's easily reachable from Auckland as well. Oh
my word, what's he doing?
He is bungee jumping, which you can absolutely do over the water in Auckland. Or you could parasail, or you could zip line. Yep.
But the bungee jumping, no thank you.
All of the, do you know nowadays it's quite safe, I think? I've heard.
Oh no, it's not the safety, it's just the lunacy of it. I think that's...
Says a man that was just about to skydive.
Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. Yeah, I am about to skydive soon. Yeah, that's a good point. Well made there. I love this. I love that we've put two-week cruises back to back here. Not just one that does Christmas and New Year, which, I mean, I'm guessing you could split these up if you wanted to just do the first half that takes you just into the New Year, back into Sydney. Absolutely fine. Or just the second one that starts in Sydney just after New Year and goes out to New Zealand. You could do that. But actually, wait till I show you the price, considering 28-night cruise over Christmas and New Year and whatever. Let's just show you the price tag straight away because I'm fascinated. I am fascinated. Wowzers, that's really, really good. If you think about the time of year it is as well, and all the money we spend just being, do you know what I mean? Over Christmas and New Year, it's getting everybody together, isn't it? It's all the extra this, that, and the other. And actually, you could just sort of say, bye-bye, I'm off, and I'll see you very late in January sometime. That would be awesome. That's a great price tag as well. And yeah, I mean, it's just so tempting, isn't it? When you've got the amazing celebrations on board, I mean, to see in a new year on a cruise ship, absolutely brilliant. Christmas, you'll have Santa paying a visit, you'll have parties and celebrations galore. And it is the greatest way to see in a brand new year as well. It's such a lovely celebration as well. So 28 nights of cruising in South Australia, Tasmania, and then across to New Zealand. It ends in Auckland. You'll get a 2-night hotel stay there before you then fly back to Sydney. And we've taken care of absolutely everything for a price tag that's well worth it for the escape, I think. Here's everything you need to know, all the details, and your details on upgrading as well. We always forget sometimes, Christmas and New Year is an awesome time to be away on a cruise because there's such a fuss made of you. Do you know what I mean? Everything is, you know, everything is festive and decorated and themed, and just, it really is a true celebration. You haven't got to make the atmosphere comes to you. And I think that's really, really lovely. And actually, maybe you're at the stage of your life where maybe the kids have flown the nest and everything else. Maybe you'll take them with you. Maybe you take the family with you. Maybe actually what you might do on this one is you take the whole shebang, and maybe family and friends take maybe the first cruise that covers the Christmas and New Year with you, or they join you in the New Year and come to New Zealand with you, because we could, you know, split this down by the individual cruises as well, very, very easily, just by talking to the team right now. There's lots of ideas for that one, isn't there?
That's a great idea. I like that.
One thing I will not be doing is bungee jumping off that bridge in Auckland, thanks.
Who knows? The mood might take you if you see it.
I've done so many zip lines as well, actually, and that's kind of fine, but it's just the whole boing, boing.
You know what? It's not for everyone. That's why there's variety.
Yeah, that's true.
There's lots of things that you can do and feel like you're adventurous without it, you know, pushing too many boundaries for you. You
can do it by still keeping your feet firmly on the ground.
Absolutely.
Anyway, listen, thank you so much for your company. Lots and lots more ideas all over the place from CruiseAway as well, by the way. We're on all the social medias, of course. We've got our YouTube channel, which has got all of the other shows that we've got going around right now. Just go onto YouTube and search for CruiseAway Australia and you will find us there. And listen, any questions you have or any of the major cruise lines you want to book with, if you've got even half an idea of what you want to do, just give us a call, toll free, 1300 407 687, and we do all the hard work.
We absolutely do.
Great.
We're there to give you the best booking experience ever. So make sure you select something and make that holiday happen very soon.
See you very soon.